As you know, a new year is going to start soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Very soon. No clock of
3, 2, 1.
Yes.
New year.
You remember 2 years ago it was the end of the world?
Yes.
And now, maybe it was.
Maybe it was. Things look very interesting from
Yes.
the other side.
Yes.
We all did a huge leap.
Yes.
And now we're entering
Giant leap.
the other side.
And I saw a beautiful map of the day the new year started.
Yes, it's unbelievable. The day is, the stars create a perfect square, many stars together in the realm of the dolphin, which is a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
But the figure of the square, it's very potent. It has also things opposing one another,
Yeah.
things that go in the other direction.
Yes.
But on the other hand, if we learn how to work with all the opposing powers together, like the plus and minus in the atom, it either can be a big explosion or an atomic power.
Yes. Aggregating of powers.
Yes, and I think it talks about the opportunity to work together instead of
apart
and against each other.
Yes, shoulder to shoulder.
Yes,
shoulder to shoulder. It's also the number 4 because it's a square. It's 2014, so it's also the number 4, which speak about establishments of something that happened in 2013. But it was a year, 2013 was a year of process. Maybe 2014, just from the numbers and the shape, the beginning shape of forming form of this square, speak about the potential and creating an ecology like a court, because it's look like amazing football court or dancing court and ice skating court or court of a family, where, you know, in court there is a lot of, as it used to be, the dancing court used to be with a lot of respect and honor and values and principles and humanity and care. And this court didn't allow what does not belong to stay in. So maybe it's just a picture that comes to my mind about it, that it's really up to us.
Yes.
Up to each one of us to get prepared to it, to lodge our best intention, not intention without care and principle and values, but projection, knowing our own. We are like a power station.
Yes.
Nuclear power station. We need all the time the coolness that will cool us down, so we will not get exploded. And it's very easy in these days to get exploded.
This form of a very obvious court, which is very clear shaped, and the planets are like guards guarding it. So like guarding angels, which is soft, but I felt something stronger, like knights. And it feels like if we're imagining this a huge ballroom or court, but in order to enter it you have to pass through the knights, and the knights check if you are aligned.
And it's inner knights. Don't expect other people to be the knights for us. It's an inner knight, which is to do with our mentality and the wisdom of the heart. Feels
that in this year looseness won't do.
Yeah.
We have to be very, very correct, very, very intact. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
And very explosive, and,
Yeah.
and you need to know how to handle this energy by being very, very correct and aligned, and know what you won't do, what won't enter the court.
Yes, the standards.
What are your standards? You need to be very acute with your development.
Yeah.
Because you can explode easily, and or you can really be firm inside, and then all the powers are not like knights preventing you to come in, but the knights that are helping you to achieve what you want to achieve. If you go by the rules, and the rules are natural laws and natural development, and being kind, and not being reactive to everything. If you work like that, you have a lot of power there for you to do what you want. And you talked about the year 2013 being more of a process year, and 2014 maybe accomplishment and creating templates and
establishing new things out of the process.
And each year has a number.
Yeah.
And the 2013 was 6, which really talks about the process and life and maintenance. And we're approaching 2014, which is 7. 2 and 1 and 4 together is 7.
And it's not that the 0 means nothing.
What does it mean?
The 0 means like the square shape. It's mean a containment. It's mean a place, a womb where things can happen. Yeah. So the 4 and the 1 join the 0, and the 2 join the 0. So they are all inside a court or inside a field of happening.
Yes.
Because we think 0 means nothing, but when there is a check with $1,000 or with $1,000,000, it's to do with zeros.
Something.
It's to do with the zeros. So all of a sudden it becomes something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting what happens when we put 2 and 5 together in a womb.
Yeah.
And it also describes the 2 is about 2 opposing powers, but then again you need to learn how to make these
unity.
Yes, opposing powers work together.
Yes, yes, and also 2 and 5 look like the same number, which is very mirrors in its nature. So the 2 and the 5, it's not what we put on the scale, but it's really a mirror. And this is to do with standard, because a standard, it's a mirror for our life. And if we manage to keep the standard and hold it, even if it's really hard, so easy to live without standard. It's so horrific to live without standard. So the 2 and the 5 represent a mirror of holding the standards and really be loyal to what we say we want to hold this year as a continuing year.
Yes.
In our life, in the family, in our society, in the place where we work, in where we do shopping. I mean, this standard is like the knights that guard us all the time, but we need to guard them as well. So
how can we guard them?
By using them. By using them. Like if I have something that I don't use but I really like, so all the time I put it on the shelf, what it will do, collect more and more and more dust, and then it will be out of my scope. And there is little stories that I played with the children, Monopoly, the big game. Monopoly. And I started to hear them speaking to one another with no manners. Give me 10, give me 50, give me... And one child said to me, but I don't succeed, I don't succeed. And I said to him, yes, just say thank you for what you get. And when you get the money or change from the bank, little bank, say thank you and appreciation. And in 2 minutes, he really called me and he said, look, I'm gaining, I'm gaining. I said, first of all, you gain manners, and you gain respect and consciousness to the fact that little gain like this is part of the bigger picture. And he was so inspired by this, and everyone started to behave like this. Even the one that had, in a way, a lot of money, started to say thank you, and to be grateful for what we have.
Yes. Wow.
So it was a very good example how manners and standards are like our minds, and how to keep them. Just like we keep our wallet. We don't want to lose it.
Yes.
Or we keep our marriage ring, we don't want to lose it because it's important for us.
Yes. Yes.
So to put the standards and the manners and the values on the top of the ladder of importances. So if we ask ourselves what do we want the next year to be like, maybe it's a good question to ask what do we want to be in the next year.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? To look at it not from a very personal standpoint, but from, in a way, highly personal, more of what our aim, what our place in the next phase of humanity, because it's so obvious to see that even a young person that lives somewhere in Africa or Iceland or, you know, Canada, can put himself into the picture of humanity by the media, which is a great process if we have the standard. So what do we want, what part do we want to take in the next year? And this is one question that we can put forward, and how best we can do it with friends, knowing that our opinion will always be there. But there is a way of holding the standard and the purposes of life. And no one will do it for us. This is a time where each human being has something to declare, something of a treasure to offer to the world, a spark of life. It doesn't matter if it's a person that is living in the street or in the farm or in a poor neighborhood. Everyone has something to declare about humanity. Maybe to try to imagine the pictures of what we want to be part of 2014. So maybe this is another clue for this year. And another clue is to believe. To believe in our ability.
Yes.
As permission we got to be alive, and to know that if we start a movement, it's not because we, the ego, it's because we had the luck and the freedom to try it. And there is another little story about a young man in Israel that after the typhoon in the Philippines, he decided to do something and to try to collect good clothes to send to the Philippines from Israel, which is in a bit crazy move, but he felt he can't look anymore back and say, someone else will do it. So he contacted us and contacted people in the south and north of Israel, and there was a collection of 3 tons of clothes, all clean, all prepared, babies, children, youth, adults, and was sent. And when I asked him, what was your motivation? He said, I realized that if I will not do it, maybe someone else will do it, but maybe not. And I care for human where human are.
Yes. Wow.
And he's a very young person, and he had to deal with a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of shipping and a lot of, things that usually look like obstacles, but it's not. It's a learning. It's like elevating.
Yes.
That not get stuck inside between two floors.
Yes.
So when we learn to do something, it elevates us, and this is another clue. To learn to do new things.
Yes.